Bill Gates says, I know Bill Gates is not very popular right now.
At all.
But he says some good things. He says bad news is actionable. Bad news is actionable.
Vaccine.
It doesn't mean that you can change the event that led to the bad news, but you can change the outcome. And that's what we're doing now. We are acting on bad news. I remember clearly what I was doing when I heard the news about the tragic execution. I'm going to use that word.
That is what it is. It's what it is.
I was at work. My son called me and said, Dad, the brother of a friend of mine was shot today by the guards. I said, what? He said, Dad, a friend of mine, the brother, was shot today by the guards. And I didn't believe it. The next thing I did was to text JK. He said he heard it. He would keep me informed. In Ireland, in Dublin. I love this country. I love this country. Yes. There is nothing Irish about what happened to George. Yes. Nothing Irish. Yes. This country stands for the underdog. Yes. This country stands for those people who are marginalized. Yes. And what happened to George is an anomaly. Yes. And we want answers. Yes. I love this country. And I'm sure you all do as well. Yes. But the reasons we love this country are the reasons I have stated. And we have to ensure that this country stays that way. Yes. And for it to happen, we have to be vigilant. We have to ensure that any act of injustice is stated and investigated and answers given to us. We are mourning today as a community. We have been mourning for the last 14 days as a community. Anyway, as I said, bad news is actionable. And something good has come out of this. Look at this. Look at the unity that has happened as a result of this. Look at all of us here together. We are all here for one purpose, to fight for justice for George. And I would not have been able to predict this a month ago, that anything at all will bring us out in this number, in this shared sense of purpose, until this. And I'm just sad that it took a tragedy to unite us. And I'm not just talking about the African people here. I'm talking about all of us, the community, people who like justice, all right? Because we are not alone in this injustice. There are people here as well who are not African, but who have suffered injustice. And we all have to stand up and rise up in one voice. I'm gonna stop speaking now, because if you give me a chance, I'll go on for hours. But I want to say one thing again. I want to say thank you one more time for the fight we have shown, for the resolve we've shown. All right?
Thank you. Thank you.
After this thing happened, I told JK that we've lost this battle, because I took up the newspapers 2 days after, and nothing, no mention. I said it to you. No mention that an adult, a 27-year-old innocent person was shot dead. I said, okay, maybe it's because of Brexit. Maybe it's because of COVID. But nothing. There was silence. There was a conspiracy of silence amongst the big newspapers. But we continued. We met here every single day. We protested. We wrote letters. You know, we were fighting on Facebook. We were fighting on Twitter. We were warriors. And eventually, it started to come up in the newspapers. They started to talk about it. It became news. We are going to succeed. Justice for George. Justice for George. Justice for George. Thank you.
A big round of applause.